So as I said 2020 2020 और 2021 में 2 साल में सिर्फ 2 फुल आयरनमैन अटेंड कर पाया because of COVID.
Take up triathlon as your primary sport and not maybe, let's say, golf or tennis or something else. What was that aha moment?
So the main reason was the weight loss. I started marathon. I started running, and when I started running, I'm getting result for that. It's not like that. I'm not having a proper 100% following diet. I'm not 100% for a diet person, but so that's the one of the best thing. So I always using that probably 15-20 minute, आधा घंटा, 1 घंटा.
25 times full Ironman, 20 times half Ironman, 2 times world major, of soon to be Ultraman, a former state heavyweight weightlifting champion, none other than Hardik Patil. Hardik Patil is an accomplished athlete. He's been at it from over 17 years. He has transformed his mind and body multiple times over. And what's more, despite all his accomplishment, he's one of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet. He's so humble, he's so grounded, and yet he's so consistent with his efforts. Let's break down his process of endurance, of doing so many Ironman events, marathon events, all in the same year from the last many years. Let's begin the conversation with Hardik Patil. Welcome to the show, Hardik. Thank you so much for taking out time from your Ultraman training blocks. I know you in next couple of weeks you are flying to Florida to do your Ultraman. Thank you once again.
Yes, thank you so much, Nishant. It's a great pleasure for me also. First of all, I I have done world marathon majors, 5 world marathon majors in 2019. Along with that, I have finished 7 full Ironman and 3 half Ironman in 2019. After 2020, 2021 May, because of COVID, I am not able to travel for the events, or nobody can travel during those days. So वो 2 साल पूरे स्लैक हो गए. तो उसके बाद 2022 में आई हैव डिसाइडेड आई वांट टू डू एज मेनी एज इवेंट जो मैंने 2020 और 2021 में नहीं कर पाया. So that's why I have done 2022 में 7 full Ironman and 3 half Ironman और 2 full marathon किए. But because of less training and more focusing on the event, I was not able to train hard and train properly. Ideally, which is not right thing, but some of for तभी मुझे event certain numbers करने थे उस particular year में. That's why I was not focusing on a training. So मैंने event complete किए. जैसे भी किए लेकिन complete किए, because my finishing time was not great. It was above 15 hours. You know, you were with me for that year. And after that, I have decided I want to do the same number of events, or at least similar number of events for the next year, but with good timing. So I trained properly. I changed my diet. Lemmy and me, we started working properly together for world marathon majors, as well as I started training for Ironman, and approx 20 hours in a week. हमने साथ में ट्रेनिंग की. मैंने ज़्यादा ट्रेनिंग की, लेकिन फिर भी हमने 2023 में 3 हाफ आयरनमैन, 6 फुल आयरनमैन और 5 वर्ल्ड मैराथन मेजर्स कंप्लीट किए. और वो भी गुड. इट्स नॉट गुड टाइम आई कैन से, बट अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, watching my past races, I have done in good time. So I'm proud for that, and I'm happy for that.
Excellent. I mean, I think आपकी जो ह्यूमिलिटी है वो आपकी स्पोर्टिंग प्रोवेस से कहीं ज्यादा है, बिकॉज ट्रूली आई मीन being a all-rounder in life generally, especially having a full-time real estate business which is growing tremendously, and from being a family which has been there, like today, honestly speaking, we see so many examples from society कि कुछ लाइफ में कर लिया या फैमिली ने कुछ करके दे दिया, तो उसके आगे people just kids just sit there on the laurels and not really create their own legacy. But आप अपनी जो एक legacy बना रहे हो, I really want to discuss more about your family. Tell us more about your family background, some bit about your parents and how you've grown up and who all you have in your family. Of course, throughout this podcast we will keep discussing आपके training schedules and everything. But tell me about your childhood and your family background.
राइट सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं स्कूल टाइम से ही आई वाज मच इंटरेस्टेड इन स्पोर्ट्स बिकॉज आई वाज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन स्टडीज दैट वाज द रीजन आई टर्न माई सेल्फ इन टू द स्पोर्ट्स थिंग्स और I was lazy to do study. That's why. That's the main reason. So I started loving the sports because of that thing. And from schooling part, I used to take part in throwing events like javelin throw, shot put, discus throw, hammer throw, as well as some short distance swimming event. और वहाँ से मुझे लाइकिंग बढ़ गई स्विमिंग स्पोर्ट्स में और वो कंटिन्यू किया मैंने मेरी कॉलेज की पढ़ाई होती है तब तक 12th और FY BA आई हैव डन BA इन हिस्ट्री इकोनॉमिक्स सो तब तक मैंने ये थ्रोइंग इवेंट्स पार्टिसिपेट करते रहे और आफ्टर 12th आई हैव डन my bodybuilding. I started doing bodybuilding. I have done bodybuilding 3 years, professionally bodybuilding. I have done junior Maharashtra State attempt as well as few local events, district level events as well as taluka level. So I have won certain titles. Many times I have been honored in group winner, group second number in group, as well as I have got title for University of Mumbai in 2009. So this was my past few sports background थे ये मेरे और 2010 में मैंने बॉडी बिल्डिंग छोड़ दी इमीडिएटली मेरे बॉडी बिल्डिंग छोड़ने के बाद बिकॉज ऑफ नॉट कीपिंग गुड हेल्दी डाइट आई गेन माई वेट और तब से वेट गेन थे 2-3 साल के लिए अनकंफर्टेबल थे इट वाज नॉट हेल्दी लाइफस्टाइल then someone suggested me to run to gain the to reduce the weight so I started that and somehow मुझे उसमें enjoy करता रहा मैं वो process weight loss का as well as for event basis I used to travel in Maharashtra in India not abroad so I started loving that thing so वहाँ से marathons half marathon 10K वो मैंने attempt किए एंड 2014 से मैंने छोटे मोटे मैराथन्स और स्मॉल डिस्टेंस इवेंट अटेंड करने चालू करे और वी आर इन अ रियल एस्टेट फर्म सो दैट्स व्हाई माय फादर्स गिव मी लिबर्टी टू विजिट फॉर सर्टेन प्लेसेस सो दैट आई कैन focus on more training rather than staying in the office or doing professional work so that was the one major thing I got support from him particularly and I'm happy for that I'm able to achieve certain things in starting years of my life for growing for the particular marathon or small distance triathlon races in those years 2014 and 2015
Wow. And so Hardik, can you talk to me about your mother? She's not there in this world and you're very close to her and you've always been close to her and I think जब भी हम मिले हैं आपने और आपके सोशल मीडिया पे भी आप मॉम के बारे में काफी कुछ मेमोरीज और काफी सारी चीजें आप लिखते हैं तो आप अपनी मॉम के बारे में थोड़ा बताएंगे
Yes, definitely. She passed away in 2009. She had cancer. She's still with me all the time for my every race before I start. I'm praying for her all the time from my first race till last race. I have done the same as well as that motivation I'm getting from her that anything is possible. So she keeps me telling that never give up for anything. So you just have to work hard to achieve certain things. Milega nahi milega, that's different thing. But at least towards the goal, you should start working. So I learned that thing from her from 2007 when I started bodybuilding because that is one of the toughest sports I can say. Doing professional bodybuilding, in spite following the diet and workout schedule and there is no race day or you cannot skip a single meal when you are on diet for particularly on stage performance so that gives me a positive energy for all the time whenever I saw her photos or that those memory so that's good thing for me that she's still with me now.
Yeah, may God bless her. I think anyone, especially parents, I think they are the force of nature. उनकी वजह से you can end up doing anything, and if they are supportive, I think they form the character that you have today. And when they pass away, I had lost my dad. In fact, remember, we were doing TCS 10K in Bangalore on 15th of May 2022. That is, I finished the race and we ran together. Last few kilometers also, I think 2-3 kilometers, you, me, and Lemmy ran together. And after I reached home, I think 3 hours after that, I got the call that I lost my dad on that day itself. So I think when parents pass away, especially people like you and me who are very close to our parents, they form a very important factor in our lives for doing anything. So
Right.
God bless her. Okay, let's talk about Lemmy a little before we delve into the sporting topics. Lemmy has been so supportive. In fact, I think आपने उनको भी बहुत ज़्यादा motivate कर दिया है. And now she has also started running world majors. And I remember she was not into running, right? Tell us something about her running journey and how did she get inspired?
Right. She was not into running earlier days, but definitely she was in fitness before we met. She used to do treks, a lot of treks, and many treks she has done. But her she used to run 5K or 7K for being fit, nothing for the any particular event. But I asked her to join me on small distance races like 5K, 10K, and then we ran our first 10K, which is in 2019 for the Bangalore mein, TCS 12 10K. That was our first 10K marathon, 10K race. And from that, I feel somehow she also want to join me. I mean, I want her to join me. So we planned for full marathon in Amsterdam, which was in 2021, and she trained for something around 6 months. और 6 महीने में practice करके she finished in 5 hours 20 minutes or something like that. That was her first marathon for even 5K to 42, you can say. So no background, no background related to that. And the time she finished that marathon, then I asked her we should join the World Marathon Major Series, as I have done already in 2019, but I wanted to do the same series with her, along with her. So that's why we planned something like that, and we planned, and this year we have achieved 5 World Marathon races in a year, and we are doing the Tokyo in March. So yes, so that's the journey, and she's because of her, probably I'm on schedule, and definitely all credit goes to her that I'm staying on properly on diet, or as well as the training schedule, and we working out together all the time, and that's getting more motivating
Excellent.
for me.
Wow. I think we should have got Lemmy also on the podcast.
Yeah, we should.
I'll quickly summarize this particular aspect for the audience. I think if you have a spouse who's also equally motivating, your running journeys can take a different trajectory. Spouse helps you to keep achieving higher goals. You can start small, but you can scale up your goals. Together, if you train together, you can spend a lot of time together. At this outside, you also get to travel with each other, which ends up building a bond together, which is much deeper. Additionally, you can help each other to achieve higher things. You can enroll for longer races, different formats of races, and that can help you to build a successful and fit family. So great. Hardik, I'll move on to the next question. So I understand you have a sporting background where you started your weightlifting, which is a very competitive sport and very difficult actually. And once you came out of weightlifting, you started even more difficult sport, which is triathlon, running and then triathlon. But why did you take up triathlon as your primary sport and not maybe, let's say, golf or tennis or something else? What was that aha moment? क्या कौन सी ऐसी एक रेस थी जो आपको करके लगा कि ओ मैन दिस इज समथिंग आई वांट टू परस्यू फॉर द नेक्स्ट many years and decades to come?
To be frank, मुझे नहीं लगा कि I wanted to do Ironman, and after finishing one Ironman, till the time I finished my first Ironman, the time was 2014. So 2014 में मार्च में एक small distance triathlon organize किया था पुणे में. So I went there. I attempted a small distance triathlon जो novice distance था, 400 meter swim, 20 kilometer bike and 5 kilometer run. So during that event, Kaustubh Radkar was the chief guest, and we got to know the Ironman related things from him on that day. So that time he finished something 6 or 7 full Ironmans in 2014. So after meeting him, I got motivated with that. How can a human body can do that long distance? It's a tough sport if you will see the distance, and it's next to impossible if human body can do that race or even finish a race. So after a couple of days, we were sitting in the office with my old friends, and we were just discussing about the Ironman. But after looking back, looking on the paper of distance particularly, so we have not decided, let's try. But there were a half distance, 70.3 distance वो था. So हमने वो ट्राई किया कि लेट्स वर्कआउट करते इसके ऊपर. और 2014 में मैंने हैदराबाद में अक्टूबर में हाफ आयरनमैन कंप्लीट किया. बट द टाइम आई फिनिश्ड हाफ आयरनमैन डिस्टेंस इन October, I have decided next year anyhow I have to finish a full Ironman. So I have done my full Ironman in Arizona in 27 November 2015. So that was my first Ironman, and the time I finished my first Ironman, by that time Milind Somad has done Zurich Ironman one month prior of that, and उसके बाद बहुत popularity बढ़ गई इंडिया में. So it gives me more motivation, like everyone knows that he's the one who has done the Ironman, and that keeps me going for now. And after finishing my first Ironman, मुझे लगा कि और करना चाहिए, other place करना चाहिए. There are certain beautiful places, beautiful countries in the world, so we should visit those countries with the reason of the doing Ironman in particular that. So that's the thing कि मैंने चालू किया. और there is no thing कि मुझे 1-2 Ironman करने थे, 4 Ironman करने थे. But till the time I have finished my four full Ironman, that was a different story. And after finishing 4 Ironman, my life has changed because of some personal reasons. And 2016 तक मैंने 4 Ironman complete किए थे. And 2017, 2018 मैंने 4 full Ironman और 2 half Ironman DNF हुए थे completely because of some personal things. I was not focusing on my diet, my health issue related. So बहुत सारे complications थे. So that was the thing before 2018. And when I met Lemmy in 2018 in US, New York, I just came from Mexico Ironman. That was also one of the failure. I met Lemmy in New York that time. I told her that I am not able to cope up with the training, or I'm not focusing on the particular this event, because I think I started taking the sports as a granted कि 2 Ironman हुए, 3 Ironman हुए, so I can finish. Because if you will see the cutoff time, it's a 17 hour, but that was not the right thing, because you can't stay on that long if you are not focusing on training. If you have to spend certain hours for working hour, you have to serve having food, proper nutrition food. You cannot say कि चलो Ironman मैंने 2 किए हैं 2 साल पहले, तो अब 1 कर लेता हूँ without practice, without not following diet. So that was the main thing. That was the that moment that I told Lemmy कि I am about to quit this sport and I will join my father's business. That because I feel somewhere कि मैं loser हो रहा था, loser था already, and I was sure कि मैं कभी कर नहीं पाऊंगा ये. So she said that time कि at least 1 Ironman complete करो. Don't be a loser for your life. So just 1 Ironman complete करो, or then you can do whatever you feel. And that's why I've trained 6 months for next Ironman, and I have done 2019 में केन्स आयरनमैन जून में मैंने कंप्लीट किया, and that was the start of the year of 2019 or my Ironman journey so far you can say. So 2019 से अब तक मैंने तकरीबन 21 आयरनमैन कंप्लीट किए, 22 आयरनमैन कंप्लीट किए और probably 10-12 हाफ आयरनमैन कंप्लीट किए और 10 वर्ल्ड मैराथन मेजर्स अपार्ट फ्रॉम अदर रेसेस, स्मॉल डिस्टेंस रेसेस, आई एम नॉट कैलकुलेटिंग दिस. सो इतने सारे इवेंट्स मैंने 2019 से कंप्लीट किए विदाउट फेल. एक भी इवेंट DNF नहीं हुए. So all credit goes to her. So that's why I also wanted her to join with me for races. And we are just doing few races together now. And hopefully we will be doing few races in coming years.
Absolutely. Wow, what an incredible goosebump inducing story. I think हर किसी की लाइफ में कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा जरूर टाइम आता है कि यू फील लाइक गिविंग अप एंड यू डोंट नो वेयर द लाइफ इज गोइंग, व्हाट डायरेक्शन यू आर टेकिंग. बट आई थिंक द बेस्ट टेक अवे फ्रॉम योर स्टोरी इज कि अगर आप गिव अप मत करो और अगर आपके साथ में कोई एक इंसान भी है जो आपको पुश करे, गाइड करे, मोटिवेट करे और एटलीस्ट एक बार, जैसे लेमी ने कहा ना कि एक रेस करो, let this not be your failure for life. You could have failed in the last 4 races, but at least एक बार मत आप fail करो. I'm very sure, I mean, that kind of turns around your life, which is such a incredible takeaway. And within 5 years, actually not even 5 years, 4 years after that, you have done 21, 22 full Ironmans, which is incredible. It is just so inspiring, and I think this should become the highlight of today's podcast, that if you don't give up and give yourself that one last chance, I think you can turn around your life.
Yes.
Incredible. But Hardik, एक चीज बताओ, आपने why have you not tried golf or tennis? I just want to ask that question. Why only triathlon? I understand now it allows you to travel and everything. You've not tried any other sports? What is that one thing about this sport that you really, really, really enjoy?
So the main reason was the weight loss. I started marathon. I started running, and when I started running, I'm getting result for that. So वो result मिलने के बाद में I was just focusing on the running. Because of running, I'm taking many places में running के लिए event के result से जाता था. और उसके बाद मुझे पता चला कि ट्रायथलॉन से related ये Ironman है sports से. The time I got to know into the long distance triathlon races. So that was the main focus. I have to do long distance because these 3 sports combined doing one sport is a tough thing, and that something is not regular. Anyone can't do this. Millions people are running marathon, but hundreds of people are doing a triathlon, and few people are doing Ironman. So so that's the main thing. I don't want to become a normal person. I don't want to become a common person, and anyone can do this. Yes, of course, many people can do, but Ironman, but not everyone can do Ironman. So that's the main thing. So that's why I was not focusing to try or do or any attempt for any other sports activity apart from marathon or the triathlon or even Ironman. So that was the main reason.
Okay. I think I what I hear you is 2 different things. One is that you really like doing really difficult things, which is not common for everyone. हर छोटी छोटी चीजें या easy चीजें तो हर कोई कर सकता है, but if you can really do the tough things, which is not being done by everyone, I think is that something that drives you? This is really, really, really difficult. Let me go after this. This is not easy, right? And second thing is focus. Having a focus in life, you can do different racing events. Like we see a lot of athletes, right? If you can swim, cycle, run, they end up doing all kinds of swimathons also. They do BRMs also. Then they want to do triathlon also, and then running events also. There is no focus here. And I'm not taking away anything from all these individuals who are trying to do everything. But at the end of the day, I think having some structure, some focus in life, that that would target hota hai na, chasing that is more important, right?
Exactly.
Excellent. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So let's talk about a little bit about 2023, the year that was. 2023 mein you did 6 full Ironmans, you did 5 world majors, and small events here and there which you said you don't even count. Uh, why so much pain? Why did you take up so much pain? How did you manage all the logistics? How did you plan the year? And what was your training schedule like?
So as I said 2020 2020 और 2021 में 2 साल में सिर्फ 2 फुल आयरनमैन अटेंड कर पाया बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड. सो वो मन में कहाँ पे तो था कि जो ब्लॉक था कि एटलीस्ट ये 2 साल में मेरे 7 या 8 इवेंट हो सकते थे जो नहीं हुए अनफॉर्चुनेटली बिकॉज ऑफ नॉट एबल टू ट्रैवल एनीवेयर. सो इसलिए 2022 में मैंने 7 इवेंट अटेम्प्ट किए, वो कम्प्लीटली सक्सेसफुली कंप्लीट किए. And main reason to doing a marathon is Lemmy because when I decided to do races together, then I can't focus only for marathon in 2023. Like as I said, certain numbers of Ironman I have to do in a year as I plan, half Ironman, full Ironman. But if we are doing full of marathon, if we are doing a marathon series, then it's not like that I will skip the Ironman or half Ironman and doing only marathons. So that was the reason all came together, you can say. So five majors and 6 Ironman happened in 2023. So that was the main reason कि इतने कम ज़्यादा से हुए. और one of the main reason कि 2022 में 7 Ironman किए, लेकिन that was not my good time. Finishing timing was not good. So वो मन में था कि 6-7 आयरनमैन मेरे को नेक्स्ट ईयर भी करने हैं, बट इन गुड टाइम, इन माय टर्म्स, इन गुड टाइम. नाउ करंटली माय फिनिशिंग टाइम इज 13 hour, 13 and a half, but that is also not great time as if I'll compare my timing with yourself. So that is the slowest, I'm the laziest Ironman I can see. No, that's a fact. Everyone knows that you're a great runner as well as a triathlete. But yeah, focusing on the majorly finishing events, that was my focus till 2022. But apart from that, if I would like to say, currently also I have done 6 Ironman in good time. So that makes me happy, and that I have wanted to achieve in 2023. And because of World Marathon, it increased the numbers of races in 2023.
Wow.
So that was the thing.
But so tell me, Hardik, see, Ironman is not a easy sports outside of training and difficulty also. Why it is difficult is the logistics around it. कि आपको इतनी सारी travels करना है, you have to travel, take your bike equipment, sports equipment all the way halfway across the world, or in some cases like you travel to Mexico, so across the world. How do you typically manage your travel schedules? How do you plan these races? It almost looks like the F1 race का schedule where you have 24 races across the world. आप भी almost 10-12 races, और इंडिया में तो आप कुछ करते ही नहीं हो. You travel to other countries, other continents. How do you plan your travel and logistics?
So generally, I used to travel with certain travel agencies earlier, but after Lemmy came, she used to take my all logistic as well as the flight things, and we planned like a year ahead of our travel as well as the booking for accommodation. So and we are not traveling certain places ki jo those are our first visiting. Like ek to मैं गया हूँ already. She went over there before me, so we know where we are going. So that's the main thing कि हम we are not planning to visit different places all the time. So majorly if you will see my races, so mostly मैं वही repeat कर रहा हूँ. So that's a one good thing कि I know the course, I know the accommodation, I know the route of flights, where to go, how to go, So that's we decided कि rather than attending different races and different to plan different hotel accommodation के related वो plan नहीं करते हैं कि नए places नहीं करते हम. So वो that's the main thing. But again credit goes to her that she take care of that. And 1 साल पहले ही मेरे पूरे races तय हो चुके रहते थे. 6 months prior we start booking for our accommodation, and couple of months before of travel date we close the flight as well. So that's the thing. As well as you asked me for timing, how do I get time to work out, और कितने working hour होते हैं. So back to back races करने के लिए, so majorly many people are asking me what's the key that I'm doing back to back races, how could be possible for that. But it is not impossible thing. Like, you are also training for Ironman, I am also training for Ironman, but probably my body get recover faster than a regular athlete. Probably, I don't know. I don't know about anything. What's the myth behind that or the science? But I just say कि मैं ज़्यादा workout करता हूँ. If my body is taking 20 hour workout in a week, तो मैं 25-28 hour workout करता हूँ. 30 hours भी करता हूँ. So probably मैं ज़्यादा workout करता हूँ जिससे मेरा body recover, और मुझे recovery का कोई issue नहीं है. अब तक तो नहीं है. That's why I'm feeling all the time ready for next races. Like I have done 2019 में मैंने एक वीक में, मतलब फर्स्ट वीक में मैंने मैक्सिको आयरनमैन कंप्लीट किया, और उसके नेक्स्ट वीक में ऑस्ट्रेलिया बसल्टन आयरनमैन कंप्लीट किया. सो two in 7 days, 2 full Ironman in 2 different continents. So that was a thing कि तभी मुझे पता चला कि I can do that. And after that there are many races I have done back to back. 2022 में भी किए, 2023 में भी किए, and probably 2024 में भी वैसे कुछ प्लान हुए जो हम ये end of the year में बात करेंगे. What I have planned, not yet. So I'm just focusing on that, and I've already started working for that. So probably मैं ज़्यादा वर्कआउट करता हूँ, और आई एम हैविंग गुड न्यूट्रिशन फूड. सो कम से कम जंक फूड खाने की कोशिश करता हूँ. इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट आई एम नॉट हैविंग a proper 100% following diet. I'm not a 100% for a diet person, but yes, जब भी मैं वर्कआउट के शेड्यूल में रहता हूँ, I definitely give my 100% as well as the diet. If I'm following diet 100%, then no distraction for that. So that's the key probably.
Yeah. No, so I think I want to discuss this slightly in more details, because like you said, and before we started recording, you were telling me some of the weeks you are also training over almost 40 hours, which is equal to a pro athlete. Even the pros work out or train for 40 hours, 50 hours, and you're almost reaching that level. And consistently you've been training for 27, 28 hours. Recovery is the most critical cog in the entire system, and probably diet and sleep also. So tell us little bit more in detail about your sleep routine, and then let's discuss diet and other thing. So tell us, how do you sleep, how many hours do you sleep, do you have any sleep protocols?
Definitely. If you'll see, sleeping hour is the most important thing, but what time you're sleeping is the most important thing, I feel. Rather than sleeping 7 or 8 hours is not the key. In my case, I believe कि हमें 10 से 11 बजे सोना ही चाहिए 4 बजे तक. So I sleep around 6 to 7 hours. I don't have memory कि मैं 7 घंटे के ऊपर सोया हूँ in during my heavy workout load. But definitely मैं 10 बजे सोता ही हूँ और 4 बजे उठता ही हूँ. So that's the casual things, my sleeping hours and my sleeping part. So वो ज़्यादा important. Rather than sleeping for longer, you have to sleep on that particular time कि कभी सोना है. तो वो एक मेरा टाइम है. And I believe in power naps. So whenever I get time, whenever I travel from A to B, from in a car or in a train. So whenever I get time, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I switch to power nap. So that helped me to be getting ready for my next schedule.
Excellent.
So that's the important thing for me.
Okay. And do you like to sleep in a particular temperature? Like personally, I like to sleep at 23, 24 degrees of AC in a dark room. Do you have any such protocols when you keep traveling
Yes.
between Bandra to Vasai to maybe other parts of the world?
Yeah, that's a similar temperature I'm using. That's the peaceful temperature, you can say. Yeah. So
And before you go to sleep, आप फोन या फिर फोन कितनी देर पहले साइड पे रखते हो, या फिर do you read anything before you go to sleep? Anything particular that you do 1 to 2 hours before you go to sleep?
that's the very good thing. आज ही मैंने आपका रील में देखा था when I was searching on your profile कि at least 1 hour or a couple of hours you have to keep your phone aside of bed. But that's the one major loophole in my lifestyle. I am not able to follow that. But definitely I will try to follow that thing as I just saw that thing in your reel. See, अभी तक मैं नहीं follow कर पा रहा हूँ वो. That's the one thing I have to getting read from that. So मैं वो try करूँगा, but I'm not the read person. So again, I'm not getting that much time. ये बोलना गलत है कि मुझे टाइम नहीं मिलता, मैं टाइम नहीं निकाल पाता फॉर रीडिंग, बट एटलीस्ट आई विल ट्राई टू डू दैट थिंग. और मैं सोने के 10-15 मिनट पहले ही फोन बाजू में रखता हूँ. सो टू बी फ्रैंक, या सो that's the thing.
Another important aspect before you go to sleep and successfully able to wake up in the morning and start your workout is usually setting up your entire kit and nutrition and क्या करना है सुबह का गोल. So जब आप सोने जाते हो तो do you do this, like आप अपनी पूरी किट और सब कुछ सुबह के लिए 4 बजे 5 बजे के लिए प्रिपेयर करके सोते हो, और या you do it in the morning itself?
No, before going bed, I always plan my next day workout as well as my work schedule as well as my availability कि मैं विरार में रहने वाला हूँ या बैंड्रा रहने वाला हूँ, और अगर विरार में हूँ या बैंड्रा में हूँ तो मैं what things I have to follow, what things I have to carry, what are the workout schedule, what are the nutrition or the diet scene. So because of लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस ट्रेनिंग अगर मेरा कुछ है, लॉन्ग आवर की वर्किंग आवर है, सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट आई चेंज माय डाइट. लाइक अगर मैं इवनिंग में सेकेंड वर्कआउट अगर मेरा अबाउट 3 hours है, 4 hours है, सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट आई चेंज माय न्यूट्रिशन थिंग. फॉर लंच में ज़्यादा कार्बोहाइड्रेट का कंजम्पशन करना, तो वो सब प्लान में बिफोर बेड में करता हूँ फॉर नेक्स्ट डे, एवरी डे.
एक्सीलेंट. आई थिंक इट्स वेरी, एक बहुत ही छोटी सी हैबिट है, बट दिस रियली गोज अ लॉन्ग वे व्हेन यू हैव टू डू एनी काइंड ऑफ डिफिकल्ट टास्क और लॉन्ग टास्क. It is important that you set up everything the night before instead of waking up in the morning and then start thinking, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. It is good that if you can check make a small list that these are the first 3-4 things that I have to do and keep everything prepared. And I think that's how you were able to conquer the difficult tasks in the day first, right? अगर आपको 150 किलोमीटर 100 150 200 किलोमीटर की राइड करने के लिए जाना है, बट आप सुबह उठ के यू आर चेकिंग आउट योर बाइक, अरे इसमें ये नहीं है, इसमें वो नहीं है, then I think you will never be able to get into that mood itself and then work out. That you just switch off.
Right.
Excellent. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about your diet. I think diet is one of the most critical pillars when you are doing any kind of endurance activities. Especially in your case, you are almost probably doing more than professional athletes also in terms of the number of races. So what kind of diet do you typically follow in on training season and off training season? And are you a vegetarian, non-vegetarian?
I'm a non-vegetarian. So मेन थिंग डाइट के लिए मैं करता हूँ, मैं डाइट फोकस ज़्यादा रहता हूँ बिकॉज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई एम फूडी. आई कैन ईट, I can keep eating anything which is unhealthy. So that's the main thing. I have to stay on diet whenever we are following on schedule और properly workout करने के लिए हमें डाइट फॉलो करना ही है. और अगर कुछ भी बाहर का खाना थोड़ा भी खाता हूँ तो we gain, like I think your body is also the same. We had discussion when we met last time. So that's why the major role in our lifestyle is our diet, and somehow we have to focus what to eat, what not to eat. That's the thing. और जब भी हम आउटडोर रहते हैं, इवेंट के लिए जाते हैं, दैट टाइम कार्ब लोडिंग रहता है या जो भी है, वो हम तो बहुत कार्ब लोडिंग करके ही खाते हैं because for races. But apart from that, whenever I came India, couple of days I am not following diet. So जो भी मेरी पसंद की चीज़ें हैं अनहेल्दी स्पेशली, सो वही मैं कंज्यूम करता हूँ. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा जो चीज़ें मेरे बकेट लिस्ट में रहती है, जो मैं ऑन डाइट रहता हूँ तभी नहीं खा पाता हूँ, स्ट्रीट फूड मेजरली, तो वो मैं कंज्यूम करता हूँ. और बट व्हेनेवर आई स्टार्टेड डाइट कि तो कम्प्लीटली 100% जंक फूड, आउटसाइड फूड इज कट होता है. और उसी से शायद मैं कंटिन्यू कर पा रहा हूँ ऑफ ऑन डाइट के रिलेटेड. एंड इफ यू आस्क मी अबाउट माय डेली रूटीन फॉर द डाइट, सो आई स्टार्ट विद द जूस, द फ्रेश फ्रूट्स एंड पाउच, जो सुपर फूड है, सीड्स है, मिक्स सीड्स along with the honey and jaggery with curd, वो मैं ब्रेकफास्ट में लेता हूँ. डिपेंड कि बिफोर वर्कआउट हुआ है तो क्या पोर्शन है, या वो खाने के बाद, अगर ब्रेकफास्ट पे के बाद अगर वर्कआउट है तो क्या पोर्शन है. इट्स डिपेंड ऑन, इट्स नॉट लाइक 100% फॉलोइंग ऑन डाइट गिवन ऑन पेपर. सो इट्स ऑल्टर होता रहता है. लंच में 400 to 500 कैलोरीज का मील रहता है, उसमें प्रोटीन, फाइबर एंड कार्बोहाइड्रेट रहता है. डिपेंड्स, अगेन डिपेंड्स कि फिश है, पनीर है, चिकन है. तो इट्स नॉट लाइक कि 100% नॉन वेज ही मैं खाता हूँ. कभी मूड हुआ तो मैं वेज प्लेटर भी मंगा लेता हूँ, so which is again from restaurant, but I'm always taking care कि उसमें ऑयल या बटर का इस्तेमाल नहीं होता है. एंड इवनिंग को मखाना जो रहता है रेगुलर, या राइस फ्लेक्स, वो मैं खाता हूँ. कॉफी एंड फ्यू बिस्किट्स. So that's the snacks I prefer, along with the jaggery powder again, or jaggery chunks of jaggery. And dinner is, if I am not doing any heavy workout in the morning, then I cut the carbohydrate cut कर देता हूँ. सिर्फ प्रोटीन और फाइबर का ही कंजम्पशन करता हूँ, in various ways, whatever जो अवेलेबल है, जो इजी सोर्स है. So it's a simple diet thing, just calculating कि नेक्स्ट डे में या नेक्स्ट कपल ऑफ डेज में मेरा क्या वर्कआउट है, सो उसके ऊपर मैं डाइट कंजम्पशन कर रखता हूँ.
Excellent approach, Hardik. I think for regular people who are not doing Ironmans, but they are all constantly complaining of weight gains, including us, I think it is important for you to control your weight. Number one thing is you have to control your mouth first. How do you control your mouth? By calculating what you are eating. And if you like to binge eat, if you like to have a lot of snacks, just keep measuring all your diets. And depending on the kind of workouts that are planned for you the next couple of days, I think it's important that you can increase or decrease your diet as per your workout schedule. Log your food. Once you start logging your food, you will start knowing how much you're eating, overeating and undereating. Adding seeds and curd plus fiber in your diet will help you to balance it out, get that super food combination in. And adding protein can help you in satiety. So excellent, I think, explanation. Okay, let's talk about last thing, which is recovery, which is so important. And we have been discussing about various methods to recover, including mobilization and compression technology. What are some of your go-to things for day-to-day recovery when you're doing all these long or short distances, or high intensity workouts, or tempo workouts, or slow workouts? What do you do on a day-to-day basis for your recovery?
So rather than talking about my day-to-day recovery, I would like to let you know the things what I am doing in a week time, because I plan according to my next schedule. अगर मेरा आज का लो वर्कआउट है, सो जनरली मैं नॉमेटिक बूट्स रिकवरी है जो हम सभी इस्तेमाल करते हैं. सो दैट्स वन ऑफ द बेस्ट थिंग. सो आई ऑलवेज यूजिंग दैट, प्रोबेबली 15-20 मिनट, आधा घंटा, 1 घंटा, जैसे समय मिलता है वैसे मैं वो यूज करता हूँ. आई ऑलवेज कैरी माई नॉमेटिक बूट्स ऑल ओवर वर्ल्ड वेन एवर आई एम ट्रैवलिंग. सो इवन आई एम इन लॉन्च और ट्रैवलिंग फ्रॉम एयरपोर्ट, कनेक्शन फ्लाइट है, तो वहाँ पे भी मैं टाइम मिलता है तो कर लेता हूँ, यूज कर लेता हूँ. सो दैट्स वन गुड रीजन टू गेट रिकवर फ्रॉम दैट इजी सोर्स ऑफ गेटिंग रिकवरी. अनदर थिंग, जब भी मैं घर पे रहता हूँ, सो आई बिलीव इन आइस बाथ. सो इन अ वीक मैं दो बार तो एटलीस्ट 2 बार आइस बाथ लेता हूँ फॉर 5 to 10 minutes, single session, as well as I use sauna for recovery thing. And depends on working hour, or in particularly अगर 20 घंटा या 30 घंटा वर्कआउट होता है मेरा, सो 5 से 7 दिन में या वीक में एक बार तो कंफर्म है स्पोर्ट्स मसाज लेता हूँ। एज वेल एज आई एम 2022 में बैक टू बैक रेसेस करने के बावजूद मैं रिकवरी में ज़्यादा फोकस नहीं करता था। उसके बावजूद आई गॉट इशू इन नीज, रनर्स नी जो बोलते हैं, आईटी इशू। सो दोनों नीज को मेरा वो हुआ था। फ्रॉम 2023 स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द ईयर मैं फिजियोथेरेपी अटेंड कर रहा हूँ। सो वीकली एक बार 2 बार मैं फिजियोथेरेपी अटेंड करता हूँ। आई एम फॉलोइंग स्ट्रिक्टली द स्ट्रेंथनिंग एक्सरसाइज गिवन बाय द डॉक्टर अक्षय वाघ, performance physiotherapy from Santa Cruz. And because of following that, I'm again able to run. Otherwise मैं 100-200 मीटर रन नहीं कर पा रहा था 2022 में। So that was the main thing. Strengthening is the main thing that if you want to stay fit and stay getting recover. So I feel I could be wrong, but that's my experience कि strengthening अगर आप कर रहे हो तो definitely you will not face the IT issue, knee issue or anything रिकवरी के लिए। सो 3 चीजें मैं रिकवरी के लिए बोलना चाहूंगा। एक, properly sports massage whenever your body needs, not whenever your mind needs. है आइस बाथ एटलीस्ट 2 बार या 1 बार तो वीक में आइस बाथ, और स्ट्रेंथनिंग डेली 40 मिनट्स 45 मिनट्स डेली स्ट्रेंथनिंग अपार्ट फ्रॉम 20-30 hours working hour. Apart from that, yes.
Excellent. Wow. So I'll just repeat the protocols that you follow. So being a professional athlete who's also a working class athlete, these are the recovery protocols that you can follow. Number 1 is you can go for a compression technologies like a Normatec on a day-to-day basis. Number 2 is going for ice baths at least 2 to 3 times a week. Number 3 is you can add sauna to it. You can alternate between ice and sauna 10 minutes each. That's a great way to recover quickly, put your muscles into shock but bringing it out. Fourth is getting myofascial massages or sports massages. And number 5 is strength training. If you can follow these 5 things together, I think you will recover faster and you can scale up your distances. Excellent, Hardik. So we have reached to the last part of our discussion. So anyone who's starting their fitness journey या फिर endurance journey या फिर their Ironman journey, what are the tips and tricks or your nuggets of wisdom you like to give to such people who are just getting into the sport of running and triathlon?
राइट। सो इसमें मैं मेरा खुद का एक्सपीरियंस बताना चाहूंगा। लाइक यू हैव टू फाइंड योर वाई, कि वाई यू आर डूइंग दिस, वाई यू वांट टू डू दिस। यू नो देयर आर certain reasons. If you want to show to someone, if you are show to haters, if you want to prove to haters that you can do that, of अगर कोई आपको बता रहा है आप you can do this, so उनको दिखाने के लिए आप कर रहे हो या खुद को करना है इसलिए कर रहे हो, या सोशल मीडिया जो ट्रेंडिंग है कि जो भी मैंने 5 किलोमीटर आज रनिंग किया, 1200 मीटर स्विमिंग किया, so I want to post it. So why you are doing that? That's the important thing. कि find your why first and what you are gaining after doing that. Self satisfaction, or you are gaining profession from that, or you are finding a profession in that, और क्यों आपको करना है, और to prove yourself that yes I have done something, I have achieved something. So that's the main thing. Because हमने देखे हैं बहुत सारे एथलीट की, there are many athletes who have started before me of doing Ironman, but they have just done 1 or 2 Ironman. It's depend again personal to personal, but you know you have to find कि आपको कहाँ तक करना है और क्यों करना है, और उसके लिए अगर जो भी है whatever reason you know that I want to do Ironman. So I'm not a marathoner, so that's why I'm not able to let you know the things of related running especially. So I would like to let you know the things related triathlon or small distance triathlon or even Ironman, how to do that or how to start or how to think on that track. So first 6 महीने के बाद का जो भी रेस है वो रजिस्टर करो. The time you will register, so that keeps you going कि I have registered. ऑलरेडी अनाउंस करो कि मैं 6 महीने के बाद आयरनमैन कर रहा हूँ. So that will keep you reminded you have race coming 6 months, 5 months, 4 months, and start training for that. So at least if you will give it 6 months for a first races, तो फर्स्ट रेस के लिए अगर आप 6 मंथ दे रहे हो तो डेफिनेटली यू हैव इनफ टाइम टू क्रॉस द फिनिश लाइन इन एज वेल एज इन good time. Before that, after registering the event, find a good coach. Find a good coach that will let you know what things you have to do or not to do. Apart from your experience, it's more important that you have to listen. You have to be a good listener whenever you are novice athlete. So आपको पहले समझना चाहिए अपार्ट रेदर देन खुद को जो समझता है उससे कई गुना ज्यादा अपने कोच को समझता है. दैट्स द फैक्ट थिंग. सो यू हैव टू फॉलो योर कोच ब्लाइंडली. यू हैव टू कीप ट्रस्ट एकदम फेथफुली. आपको ब्लाइंडली फॉलो करना है जो भी स्केड्यूल देते हैं, जो भी वर्कआउट आता है. इनिशियली आपको लगेगा कि दिस इज नॉट लाइक आई एम नॉट गेटिंग वॉट एवर आई वॉन्टेड टू डू, आई एम नॉट हैप्पी विद दिस स्केड्यूल. बट डेफिनेटली वो कोच है तो वो आपको वो पोजिशन पे लेके जाएगा ऑन राइट टाइम. सो फाइंड अ गुड कोच, राइट कोच, एंड जस्ट नो डिस्ट्रैक्शन. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कि जो आयरनमैन बनते हैं, जो आयरनमैन करते हैं, those are not a regular athlete. So you have to keep yourself apart from the regular person, regular athlete. You have to focus on your daily schedule as well as the weekly schedule plan करो आपका, rather than thinking of ahead 6 months. आप एक वीक का schedule करो, टिक करो. एक वीक में परफेक्ट मैंने किया, अगर नहीं किया 80% किया तो ट्राई टू फोकस ऑन द नेक्स्ट वीक कि आपको 100% एक विदाउट फेल. डाइट में भी कुछ फेल नहीं होना है, वर्कआउट में कुछ फेल नहीं होना है. तो एक एक वीक का प्लान करो और वो फुलफिल करने का कोशिश करो. एंड rather than thinking or looking at the bigger picture of after 3 months, after 4 months, focusing on weekly basis or two week basis, वो उस हिसाब से आप पार्ट करो वर्कआउट का. और एक हर महीने के बाद आफ्टर फॉलोइंग डाइट एंड वर्कआउट, यू विल अंडरस्टैंड what is your ability, कि आप कहाँ तक जा सकते हैं. डोंट गिव एनी एक्सपेक्टेशन दैट मुझे 10 घंटे में आयरनमैन करना है. बहुत सारे लोग हैं कि एक आयरनमैन करते हैं 12-13 घंटे में और पीपल आर थिंकिंग दैट माय नेक्स्ट गोल इज एट sub 10. But it's not like that. I personally I wanted to do 11 hours Ironman, 12 hours Ironman. But no, I don't think so. I deserve that because I have no time to train for that. Sometimes you have to give that time to achieve that thing. You have to give a lot for reducing time or even finishing on good times. So आप छोटे aims करो और start करो training. Find a good gear related जो भी necessary है. So ये जो सब experience athletes है या फिर कोच है, वो आपको सही सलाह देंगे, सही गाइड करेंगे कि आपको क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है. एंड अगेन वन मोर थिंग कि जो रेगुलर पर्सन है, जो आपके दोस्त है, जो आपके फैमिली है, जो वो खाना खाते हैं, जो वहाँ जहाँ पे वो आप जाते हैं, तो यू कांट डू दैट. यू एटलीस्ट इन पीक वर्किंग आवर आप वो यू हैव टू अवॉइड दैट टू अचीव अ सर्टन different things. So if you want to focus and if you are ready to compromise, then only choose this thing, because this is not easy sports. It is easy sports if you will follow 100% and consistently up without fail up completely focus रह के अगर आप practice और ये करोगे तो Ironman is a easy thing, but not easy thing.
Excellent, Hardik. I'll just summarize for the audience. So, if you are a regular person and you want to do your first Ironman, these are the 5 things that you can do. Number 1, enroll yourself in a race 6 to 12 months from now so that you have a bigger goal, a bigger picture. Number 2, enroll with a qualified coach and an experienced coach, and then submit to the process. Do whatever your coach tells you, follow it to the T, and you will find the success that you're looking for. Number 3 is look at it from 1 week, 1 day perspective. Every week, keep on doing the workouts, keep on following the guidelines given to you by your coach or your dietitian or your physiotherapist. Follow it week after week, and over a period of 6 months to 12 months, you will be able to do that. Number 4, you'll have to make some small sacrifices. We call it micro sacrifices. if you can do the sacrifices of not going out or partying or sleeping late or doing bad eating junk food, I think you will find success over a period of time. Last but not the least, follow the diet programs, the recovery programs, set yourself a bigger goal, and be focused in life. With that, we have come to the end of the episode. Hardik, I think you have been so kind with all your experiences of life. I think आपने अपने 18 साल का 17-18 years का पूरा निचोड़ आज एक घंटे के अंदर हमारी ऑडियंस को दे दिया. So thank you so much. You've been so kind, and as always, I think two things that I really like you about you and I look up to it is number one, your consistency, and number two is your humility. You're such a humble person, and I really aspire अगर आपके जैसी humility और consistency हर इंसान में आएगी, I think everyone will become successful.
Thank you so much for these lovely words. Thank you. But I would like to say one more thing about you, that you're not only the great runner but also a great human being, as well as you're a professional banker, right? If you're this is your passion, and you're doing passion things for like above profession. So we always discuss about you, that how you are getting time for your thing. So that's called passion. So we are the passionate persons who will do anything for our passion apart from professional lives. And that one thing I have to learn from you, as well as someday I will run like you. I'm not sure, but whenever I saw you on the course I saw you in the Tallinn for running course, I asked you twice, are you doing 64 kilometers, 65 kilometers? Why? Because you coming back for, it was super fast runner. You have done in sub 4, I think, for the marathon in Ironman. So that's tremendous achievement. Someday I would like to run like you. I'm not sure I'm able to do or not, but yeah, that's one good thing that I have to get from you.
The love and respect is mutual, and in fact you found out so much time in amongst your Ultraman training. That is so incredible, what you're doing for the sport, for everyone around us, despite having everything in life, but being focused and being such a great citizen for the country. Thank you so much. I think all of us should learn humility and consistency from you. Thank you once again. I will put all your social media handles in the show notes. We will obviously share a lot of content on YouTube, Instagram, wherever you are. I think you should follow him no matter what you do in life. Just follow Hardik. I think you will find success over a long period of time. Thank you once again, Hardik, for doing this.
Thank you so much, Nishant, once again. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Likewise.